How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Stout time, son. Form of Blue Mountain. It's their Dark Hollow bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Stout. I can't believe I have not reviewed this before. I found like a stash of these up when I used to live in PA. About 3-4 years ago when I first started doing the beer review stuff. I know for a fact I actually reviewed it, just never made it to the air. And found a couple age bottles, let's put it that way. And haven't seen it really since in my area. But then I got a sweet beer mail from Sean. Thank you very much, brother. And he, this is in there. And I'm kind of excited to give it a whirl because it's been a while since I had it. I remember digging it. I think actually the last, let's put it this way. My memory serves correct. I think they make a coffee version of the bourbon barrel age. And I think that's the one I had, not the base bourbon barrel age, non-coffee version. Anyway, we're going to dive into it, see what she's got. What does it say on here? It says, Imperial Stout Aged in Oak Bourbon Barrels, Dark Hollow, Blue Mountain, Barrel House. Try to rip through this on the side here. Story time. It says, the mystery of a great beer changes the spirit of adventure in those who seek higher level to this ancient brew. Dark Hollow blends the miracle of two crafts, brewing and distillation, to create a work greater than the sum of its parts. Our Imperial Stout has been aged in charred American oak bourbon barrels, patiently breathing in and out of the wood, gaining complexity, depth, and character. 10% alcohol by volume. Done. Yeah, it's a big stone arch. It says Dark Hollow. Is that awesome? Doesn't suck, but you know, a little generic. I've had a couple different beers from these guys. Had some Crowler stuff. Had friends go down this brewery a couple times and bring some stuff back. So let's see. Not a big pop. Not a big pop on that sucker. Pouring out. Close to motor oil-esque. You know, not the darkest beer in the history of mankind, but will not be confused with being light. Let's put it that way. So what do we have? You know, what I like my coffee to look like, colored head, rich creaminess to it. Super tight compact bubbles, and she'd be dark. She looks like an Imperial Stout. Who would have thunk it? Let's get a nose. Yeah, just rich semi-sweet chocolate, and a nice sweet, not burny, not hot, not over the top bourbon character, just a little bit of smoky char in there, a little nice, another layer of chocolate added by that barrel. A little bit of soft vanilla, maybe a little bit of dark cherry coming from that bourbon too. Maybe the beer itself, done and done. Smells rich, smells nice, smells drinkable. Just diving in. Cheers. Okay. Not nearly as sweet as I thought it was going to be. It's got a nice depth of richness to it without getting overly sweet. Sure, it's sweet. It's an Imperial Stout aged in a bourbon barrel. But you're getting heaping helpings of dark chocolate that verges way more to baker's chocolate than that semi-sweet chocolate. A nice, big, toasty roastiness on the malt that actually does get a little bit astringent. So there is a little bit of biting on there from the malt, but it's not too bad. A little bit of subtle coffee vibes, darker coffee. I'm getting like a lactose thing off of it too, so I'm getting a little bit of creaminess. That could be your barrel play, could be throwing a lot of vanilla at me. And the bourbon, it comes off a little bit hotter than you'd expect based off of what the nose is giving you. But you're getting a nice bourbon, but there's not a ton of depth to it. I'm not getting a huge rich red fruits off of it and getting very subtle redness off of it. But it's giving me this nice kind of big bourbon pop to it, and that little bit of soft barrel char in the end. Done and done. That's it. I mean, this is not going to be confused with one of, at least by me or for me, and what I taste as one of the king shits of fuck mountains of barrel aged beers. But what it is really well done. If you were to drop out that little bit of bittering astringency you get from that roasted malt, I think it would be a much more appealing and much more knee-jerk, delicious beer. But I think that little bit of bittering astringency kind of keeps it in check and keeps it from getting in that kind of upper tier, upper echelon. A different beer than what I remember. But yeah, bourbon plays nice. while lacking a little bit of depth. It's nice. Mouth feels delicious. I like the way the chocolate plays, especially going from the nose to the taste. The barrel is representative enough to kind of turn you on and make you happy, but it's not over the top smoky, not over the top cherry, not over the top of vanilla. But it adds enough of those components to kind of turn you on. It's quite nice. It's just, like I said, that little bit of bittering astringency just kind of keeps it from taking it next level. But I dig it. I like it. It's tasty beer. Done. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better bourbon barrel aged beers that I've had as of late. Not in, not out, right on the cusp. It's worthy of being talked about as a very nice barrel aged beer, but it's not worthy of being up there with the upper echelon as far as I'm concerned. Value and availability, no idea. But I remember having the ones that I bought weren't that bad. They were like, 14 bucks maybe or something like that, 15 bucks. Not too shabby for old school shaped 750, and leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stouts. Kind of on the nose, but hey. That's what it is. So if you dig bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stouts, you want all the components in play, but you don't want something that's like over the top sweet, over the top roasty, over the top barrel. You want something that's a little bit, I don't hesitate to use the word middle of the road, but I can't think of a better word. Then this will definitely do you proper. There you go. Another review in the books. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little dark hollow right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.